All right, what is up, guys? It is 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just now getting the trailer hooked up. Problem is, couldn't really find anything. I don't know what's going on. There was some stuff yesterday, but I had some other stuff to do. And then today, one of those was still there. I really didn't like the rate. It's an ACV. They wanted 160, and I asked for 200. So we had to wait a little while to get a response about that. But I'm going to hook the trailer up, and we're going to get to Olean, New York, and pick one up. Take it, I don't even remember where it goes, somewhere over towards Buffalo. And I'm trying to get one coming out of there, but so far they haven't answered me. A lot of these brokers aren't going to answer till 9 o'clock, so we'll see. So today I want to get into the bad side of hotshot trucking. Not that there's a very bad side, but I think it's important to explain both sides. I preach all the time that there's a lot of people on YouTube that will explain all the good stuff and make it look like it's all sunshine and roses, and we just know that it's not, that there's good and bad to everything, and I think it's important to show both sides. And I do understand that when you set the expectation that this is the best business model ever, and just you can make so much money and just watch my video to find out how, I understand that that is going to get a lot more views than, pointing out a few of the bad aspects of the business. But I also feel like setting the expectation that everything is so great is why there's so many people starting these trucking companies only lasting a couple months, and then they're out of business, but now they're stuck with a monstrous truck payment, trailer payment, probably signed on for insurance for the year, and it can ruin somebody's life if all they ever see is the positive side of something. So I like to show both sides, and today we're going to show you one of those bad sides. Not that there's a whole lot of them, but this is probably the worst one for me so far. Now this whole time loading this car, I didn't realize that my mic wasn't recording anything. So just bear with me a little bit. A little bit later you will be able to hear some of what I'm saying, but pretty much I'm just talking about the load board and how, sometimes you can find things, sometimes you can't. And how sometimes even when you can find something, it's very hard to get people to actually answer the phone. Car off of Central going from Buffalo down to Scranton, Pennsylvania. And pay, per mile it was okay, but it was $450. And on top of the $200 one that I got already this morning, it would have made a decent pay. But like a lot of times on Central, the only brokers, they didn't answer. It was actually double brokered. I saw it with the same vehicle listed by two different brokers. Well, this is it for today. I don't have anything else. Not horrible, $450 day, but Definitely not my best day. Yeah, it does kind of seem like those not so great days are becoming more and more common. Holy cow. Now, if this happens with your rear straps, usually because you forgot to set the parking brake in the car. But I did set the parking brake. So, obviously the parking brake doesn't really work that great. Well, speaking of bad straps, that actually leads me into the sponsor for today's video. Now, this particular kit from Mytee Products is item number TDK RG1004. Now, it comes with 4 straps and 4 ratchets. And the ratchets have snap hooks for a secure hold. Now, with this particular kit, you're going to get 4 straps with a working load limit of 3,333 pounds and a 10,000 pound braking strength. Now, these straps are 2 inches by 12 feet long, and this kit you're going to get, like I said, 4 straps, 4 ratchets, and 4 over the tire straps. Be careful cutting the bands off of them. You don't want to cut your straps. And we'll show you how this works on a car actually in the field today. I personally prefer the high-vis green for visual safety. But with these dual-use straps, you've got 2 options for securement. You can either use the over-the-tire feature, or you can do a side mount where you just hook this and hook over to the side of your trailer. We'll show you both options. Built tough for professional haulers, these straps ensure reliable, long-lasting performance. Now let's go see how they work. These are adjustable. They have different slots to use. And you just want to make sure putting that as low as you can without catching anything in the back, because you don't want to rip the strap. And that's how it ends up looking. Now, the other way that you can do it is just a lasso strap without using the over the tire strap, which is how I generally do it. But if you don't have anything behind the tire that's going to rub on your strap, you might as well use the over the tire strap. Once you set it up that first time, you're not going to have to do it again. You're just going to have to adjust lengths. And that's it. 2 different ways to use them. Both are pretty efficient. Now, I'll encourage you to check out my link for MyteeProducts.com. I'll link that, first one in the description. And as an added bonus, Mytee Products has also agreed to give us a coupon code. So if you use my link to access their site and use code MTAFL10, you'll get $10 off your order of $250 or more. Yeah, definitely pulled the emergency brake up. Apparently it doesn't work very well. I'm gonna put these ramps up because they block the four ways. And I want oncoming traffic, or traffic coming behind me rather, to be able to see my four ways are on. Now we'll do a delivery inspection and hit the road, heading home. Well, unfortunately, we got to take the good with the bad. There's good days and there's bad days. And everybody on YouTube that does hotshot trucking, car hauling, whatever, they seem to only ever want to show their good days and make it look like, you know, it's all sunshine and roses. And it's not always that way. Some days, you know, you just have bad days. And I've definitely had worse. This isn't horrible, but to, you know, only move 2 cars and then drive an hour and a half home empty after making $450 isn't an ideal day, but it's more than sitting on the couch. There's still expenses that are every month. You know, this truck rental, commercial insurance, that stuff still needs to be paid. So even if I'm not making a ton of money, at least I'm helping out with those fixed expenses. A lot of people will say, well, it's not worth the fuel. Well, it is if after paying for fuel, you're still left with a few $100 to be able to go towards those other fixed bills. So, better than nothing, but could be worse. Like I said, we take the good with the bad and tell it how it is. So, with all that being said, like always, I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Stay safe.